Tonight, on Breaking Truth Network, Trump's America First policy is shaking up South Africa's economy. From car factories to citrus farms, U.S. tariffs are hitting hard. As jobs vanish and exports stall, President Ramaphosa scrambles to strike a last-minute deal.
So we've got to engage with them and find a way to reach a settlement.
South Africa now faces a brutal 30% tariff on exports to the US, affecting steel, aluminum, automobiles, and citrus. With just weeks to respond, the South African government is working overtime. The fallout is already here. The central bank revised growth projections down from 1.2% to 1%, and the country's largest trade union warns thousands of jobs are on the line. To soften the blow, South Africa has launched an export help desk to redirect goods to Europe and other African markets. But rerouting supply chains isn't easy, and time is running out.
Unemployment is a really big issue here in South Africa, and it's really important that there is a focus on jobs at this stage.
This used to be a dependable operation, but today, Trump's tariffs are bringing it to a halt. Sipo Batyi, who employs 60 people, now faces devastating cuts.
We supply the unit 4,000 units. That is the cars they build. So out of those cars, we've reduced now to 2,500 units a month. So that makes a huge difference. It impacts us in terms of the cash. It impacts now we have to retrench.
Industry leaders are hunting for alternatives. Some are turning to Europe, others to the African continent.
We're no longer in an environment where we have to sit and relax. We're now in an environment where we have to be proactive and seek other partners who wants to come into to the African continent.
The citrus sector, especially in Western Cape, is in a panic. With produce already packed and ready for the US, growers are desperate to divert before their goods spoil.
And they've indicated that a lot of times the deals that they have are negotiated far in advance, as much as a year in advance. So with these sudden changes taking place as a result of the Trump administration, it really does make it difficult for them to forecast and plan for the future, and might also leave them with a stock that is unable, or that goes off, or that rots in fridges.
South Africa is being hit harder than its neighbors. While Zimbabwe and Namibia face 15% tariffs, South Africa got slapped with 30%. Lesotho barely escaped a 50% penalty.
But the reality is that South Africa does also support a lot of the other countries in terms of jobs, and also in a way being a shipping hub. So there will still be an impact on these other countries unless they can find ways to divert bringing their products into South Africa completely.
Trump's tariffs didn't just impact US-South Africa relations. They shattered interconnected supply chains built over decades.
A lot of these industries operate as a circle, as a group, and now that circle is broken, and they'll have to find a new way to reconnect things to the best way that they can going forward.
Despite the chaos, some believe this moment could spark an African economic awakening.
My dream is to build cars in the end of the day. So I have to continue with that dream. I cannot give up now because of one person of one country.
Will South Africa survive Trump's trade war? And can African industries rise from the wreckage? Comment below, subscribe, and stay with Breaking Truth Network for the stories that global headlines miss.